Hello, twin flames. Welcome to my channel. Whether you're new or you're coming back, I'm so happy to have you here. It's been a roller coaster of a weekend for me, and I was gonna do a reading yesterday, but things worked out differently. But I am here today. We have new moon in Pisces happening today, and I really wanted to do a check with the twins and see what's going on and get some advice from the guides on how to navigate these energies. And that's why I actually got the Keepers of the Light deck today with me. So we'll start with that, and then we'll go into the reading. At the end, I'm gonna post some messages between the twins with my Hermit Tarot deck, which we haven't had for a while, but I feel like I was just guided to do it. I decided to do it. And yes, hope you appreciate my flower crown. It's made of real flowers. I made it myself, which is why it's special, and I really wanted for it to survive for today, to make it happen, because I made it yesterday. I was at the flower show in Philly, and this was one of the activities that I did. And you know how it is with live flowers. Their lifespan isn't that long, to put it mildly. But they are here today, so we're doing it. All right. So diving straight into the reading. If you like what I'm doing, please like, share, subscribe. You know the drill. It really helps me circulate messages with other people. And of course, you can donate. You can pick something off my Amazon wishlist, which is in the description box. Most of my items on the list are tarot or oracle decks. So if you give me something from the list, I will definitely be using it for this channel, for the purpose of working with you in private sessions and things like that. Okay, so for the feminines, we have Isis, Magic Manifesting. Haven't gotten this card for such a long time. Your dreams, visions, and goals are becoming reality. Stay focused. And that's the energy I've been getting just generally for the collective lately, at least for the feminines, that we need to keep going with it. We need to keep making strides, making progress. Speaking of which, my show lineup, the outline of my first show that's coming out on April 5th is ready. Now just some tweaks and turns and working through specific content to make it all work on live TV. I mean, seriously. April 5th, 6 p.m. Eastern Standard Time is going to be the time. It will be available as a recorded version as well. I'll provide all the details when they're known, but I'm so excited. Masculines, you have Lord Shiva, Transcendence. Beautiful, I love it. Rise up, honor your inner force. Steps are being given. Dance with the universe. Yeah, so this is like taking the challenge, accepting it, right? Like being up for it. It's when they say, man up or grow a pair or whatever, like it's that kind of energy, right? Stand up, stay strong, go for it, right? Maybe it's still intimidating. It still doesn't give you a lot of sense of stability or a surety in it, right? But that's part of the process. It's part of the plan. Not to mention that our brain likes to play with that very much, trying to tell us, I don't know about that. I've never done that before. I mean, is that really worth our time? Or you're gonna get your heart broken again, depending on what it is for you. I mean, whatever it is, right? If we really put our heart and soul into it, our blood and sweat, it's gonna break our heart if it doesn't work out. But that's not the attitude to enter this with, and that's exactly, it's an essential ingredient of the manifestation process. I love that I also have the new moon here on the top, and we are in new moon energy. This is the time to manifest and make it happen. But remember, for those who are doing something for this new moon, that it's not just about making a list. It's not just about saying a prayer, right? It's about taking steps. That's why this is also, the magic manifesting is stay focused. It's becoming a reality, but stay focused, stay on track, take your steps. Same here for the masculines. The steps are being given. Rise up, dance with the universe. And if you think about it, the dance, the partnership, is about each person doing their part. It's not one person dancing, another person watching. Both of them have a role to play, and that's exactly what it is. I love it. And yeah, just a reminder, Pisces is a water sign, so you may want to do something with water. I don't know, in our area, it's been raining pretty much all weekend, so, you know, it feels like we are already there. But I'll leave it to your discernment. Okay, let's see what we have here. I've got the Dream Keepers Tarot. Actually, I only need 5. Bottom of the deck, 8 of Pentacles. Yep, hard work, putting in the work, working on it. You know what you gotta do, deep down you do. Just have to take the steps now. The Hermit. And it gotta be you. Yeah, although Hermit is usually not about doing, it's more about observing, noticing, healing. But in this case, I'm getting this another part of that message. Like, nobody can do it for you. You gotta do it for yourself. You gotta be that hermit for you. Like the person who helps you, who heals you, who, like, you know, supports you, right? Feminine, so your energy is Knight of Pentacles clarified by 4 of Cups. Ooh. So this is, to me, it speaks of procrastination energy, possibly. Like, you are doubting the next steps because it feels like something is either moving, like the plan, right? Whatever it is, the project, the relationship even, why not? Is either moving too slowly for your liking, like for your criteria, or it's not moving at all according to you, like what it looks like to you, right? And that is keeping you in a space of like not really believing it and not investing into it. And I'm gonna tell you, this is again part of the process, right? And even more so, if you've tried it before, it didn't work out, and that's why you're getting discouraged right now, you have to rethink it and kind of like see yourself moving up and onward, right? Just generally in your energy, in your consciousness, you know, it's an ascension process. So every time you are kind of like living through that scenario again, or you are doing something similar but at a later point, it's gonna be different. That's what I can tell you. I'm not saying that it's always gonna work out. Like one time it didn't work out, now it's always gonna work out. No, we don't know that, right? But if you trust in the divine plan, it makes it so much easier. If you trust that the divine has got you, you're safe, you're protected. Even if you get a rejection is God's protection, and you've got something better in stock for you, right? The divine has got something better in stock for you. That's what it means, right? I'm getting that some of you would put in a lot of pressure on yourself for this to be successful. And that's another, and that of course can stem from other people putting that pressure on you historically, from childhood, from the society, from friends and family, whatever it is. But this is another learning curve and another thing to learn from this situation and do things differently, right? Where you don't owe anything to anyone, right? And also like feeling the pressure is definitely a low vibrational energy. So if you're staying in that vibe where you're pushing things along just because you feel pressure, it can be okay for a little while. For a day, you are not in a good spot, you pushed yourself through, it's fine. But if that's the essential force that you're using, it's not gonna work out well just because it's low vibe. You know, it's like if you are not following the recipe, it's gonna fall apart or it's not gonna taste good. You may be trying hard, right? Like, but it's like, nope. So this is supposed to be the process that you enjoy, where you believe in it and you go for it. Doesn't mean that it's gonna be easy, but you've got to have that intrinsic motivation and remind yourself why you are doing it, why it's important, so that you don't have to push yourself as hard, right? And also that it's not like if it doesn't work out, your life is over, right? Like, don't go with the extremes, please. For masculines, we got the Tower, clarified by 5 of Pentacles. Interesting. Yeah, so masculines are getting some insight into why things haven't worked out in their life. Do you see synchronicities here? Right? So they are somewhat in the state of, I'm not sure if I should go for this new thing because I've been burned before, too many times before. Like, I just don't see, like, the odds are against me. I just don't see how that can work out. Like, it's such a narrow possibility that this is going to be a success that I probably shouldn't go for it at all. But the tower happens and they see the role that they've played in it. So let's say it's a relationship. They're like, okay, this is my divine feminine. I love them. They love me. Deep down, I know, but there are some obstacles, but maybe it's worth it, right? I'm considering it and I'm like, yeah, I mean, I don't think there's enough going for us. Like, there's just too much in the way, and yeah, I probably shouldn't do it at all. But now they're seeing, like, this is the moment where the tower is showing them how much, when something like that happened before, how much they were a part of the sabotaging force, a part of why it didn't work out. It's not like the other person was, like men like to say that all their exes were crazy. Or like, yeah, that girl was fun before she went crazy. And take gender how it resonates, right? This is an example. But this is like similar to that, and then they're starting to see, oh, maybe those people were not that crazy. Or maybe they were somewhat, but we could have worked it out, right? Or we should have been able to find a compromise, but we couldn't, and partly because I was acting like an SOB, right? Because I was in denial of something, because I wasn't ready for emotional intimacy, or whatever it was, maybe all of the above, right? Like now they're starting to see, oh, right. I'm not saying that the next step after this is they're gonna run into the feminine's arms for feminine watching, if that's what you heard from what I was saying. Not necessarily. But this is a big push. Like tower is a huge moment of insight, right? When they're like, oh wow, yeah, I need to work on me, on how I do these things, right? If it's a new business opportunity, I need to get ready to do my homework, right? And maybe take a course on building successful partnership, finding clients, so that I don't take shortcuts. Maybe I do get numbers, but I don't enjoy it. I don't like it. I don't even like myself at the end of the day when I'm dealing with those people, right? Like maybe now it's like this next step is, or next level is to find clients that I actually enjoy working with. Like, oh, breakthrough moment, right? Like that matters, not just the amount of clients, not just the numbers in the bank account that I make, but how I feel about myself at the end of that day, at the end of that project, right? Like all these things like start coming together now. Wow, the additional question. The sun clarified by 4 wands. Okay, since we're talking new moon, how can we bring this ultimate happiness and union closer? What can we how can we set intentions in this cycle? What action can we take to bring this about sooner? And even the sun in this deck, like a lot of times we see it as happiness, even if it's just the original version with that boy on the horse. But here it is a couple. It is like the juxtaposition of sun and moon, but still they are in embrace. They are like almost ready to kiss here. Wow. For feminines, we have 6 of Swords clarified by 3 of Cups. I'm just tracking through the masculine energy about joy and enjoying it. Oh, actually, no, I spoke to you about that too, that you're not supposed to push yourself, you're supposed to enjoy it. This is exactly it. Calm down, like, what they say in the UK, keep calm and carry on. Yeah, need to stay calm, need to stay in your inner peace. That should be your baseline. Not like, yes, at the end of the day, there are a couple of hours where I'm in my inner peace. No. Your baseline in your life, for your energy, for your mood, for everything should be inner peace. If you're not there, that's your job number 1. That's the action, right? And then, of course, the process needs to be joyful. Like this journey needs to bring you happiness and excitement, the process itself, right? But there's a lot of sayings about that, and people disregard it because it seems a little cheesy, but it's actually true. Because first of all, that's life, right? Like, getting into union takes years for most people. And imagine if you were just struggling through them, just always like looking for that carrot dangling in front of you. And you're like, okay, I'm suffering through now, but one day is gonna be happy. Like, first of all, that one day is never gonna happen if that's what it is, if that's how you do it. If you're always looking for that happy time when we're together, then it's gonna be happy, then it's gonna be joyful. No. But also in the process, we experience so much, we learn so much, we remember so much about ourselves, our mission here, the natural laws. We meet so many beautiful people. Like, that's the miracle of its own, right? And that's what it is. Like, you know, Three of Cups is a lot about friendships, community, like people, like-minded people who come together and they have fun and they celebrate. And that's what's important. If you don't have those people, maybe look for ways to meet them, to bring them about. And then for masculines, it's Knight of Wands clarified by Three of Pentacles. Yeah, for masculines, it's time to well, I mean, also to work in partnership, right? But find the right partner for this. Find somebody who will see the real them, I'm hearing, who will be naturally encouraging them, supporting them, motivating them on this journey, right? And I mean, it can come from so many different ways. And it doesn't have to be a guru, a shaman, a healer. It can be... It can be a friend, it can be a business partner, it can even be a friend or a family member. A friend or a friend or a family, you got me, right? Like, it doesn't have to be a professional in their field. It could be, but it doesn't have to be. It's more about the energy that this person brings. And then, of course, the Third of Pentacles is always is the divine power, is the spirit. Okay, let me get some messages for us. I didn't mean for this to be a long reading, but, well, messages from feminines to masculines. Sometimes you just have to go along with it. We got reach out, sex, and wrongful advice. Oof. So the feminines would like to reach out. They do want the intimacy. For a lot of them, it will be connected with physical intimacy, but just even, it's not even, I'm hearing not even so much about the actual act, but more about like being together, you know, like being in each other's arms, like those kind of moments of physical intimacy, right? So they are craving that, right? But also they know that there's been some miscommunication on that before, and they don't want to give their own impression or their own information to the masculine from this. So masculines, if you're not being contacted, feminines, obviously follow your discernment of what you're guided to do, whether this is a good time, whether this is coming from a loving place, a good place. Maybe it is, right? Maybe that's exactly what your masculine needs right now. But masculines, if your feminine does not get in touch, just know that it's not the time. But that's something that I really look forward to. So if you're in that Five of Pentacles energy, as I was explaining earlier, and you think, oh, maybe I shouldn't go for it because, you know, the odds are very low that this is going to work out. Just know that it's not as black and white as you think. Messages for masculines to feminines. Got it. Three cards here. I'm in so much pain. I could be your hero, baby. And I just wish and dream for everything. And they dream to be your hero, dear divine feminines. But yeah, there's a lot of, that's that Five of Pentacles with the Tower, right? There's a lot of that. We saw that the other day, I think, taking accountability for the problems and the hurt that they've caused to people over the years, to people who were close to them, who were open to them, and they couldn't do the same. Or at times it was even scarier if people were open and close, right? Like the closer they would get, the scarier it would be, for the masculine, so they push them away even more, right? So that's like the continuation of that story. This is all coming about, and the self-sabotaging stuff is coming about, and it's causing a lot of pain right now of what could have been kind of stuff, and also, am I ever gonna be able to reach my goals and to find that happiness that I'm looking for? All right, but deep down, their higher self, their soul, of course, is reminding them that they have motivation and they have something to look out for. And even if they're not ready to act on it today, they still deep down, they want to be your hero, divine feminines. And if they could, like, part of that intention of wishful thinking would be just to wake up one day in your embrace and do all the things feminines want to do. On that note, I'm gonna end it here. Thank you so much for being with me. I love you all, and I'll be back with more readings very soon. Bye.